Okay, we are live for the historic Christmas Wilton, Iowa window walk, and I have with us, I can't think of a better way to kick off this than with Santa Claus is here, live in the flesh, getting ready to head over to the depot, right?
Correct. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Santa Claus. How are you? And you brought a special guest with you, right?
I brought Mrs. Claus with me.
Mrs. Claus.
My Lori Claus.
Hi, Lori Claus. Sorry we didn't get you a microphone and a headset. You must not have been that good for Christmas this year.
It's okay.
All right. Well, you'll make up for it at the train depot tonight. So I wanted to have Santa Claus come in to kick off this 2.5 hour live stream.
Holy criminy.
My goodness. I can't wait to watch it back because,
neither.
man, oh, man. Hey, Santa Claus, will you do us a favor?
Sure.
Will you tell me a Christmas story? Tell me a Christmas story from your past.
All right. I had a brother-in-law that wasn't poor,
Okay.
but he always complained that he was and didn't have anything and how they had to buy government cheese and everything. So one Christmas, me and the rest of my family got a great big cardboard box, and we filled it with moldy bread,
Oh, that's wonderful.
used socks, underwear, anything old that we could find, some cheese that had mold on it, and we wrapped it up and gave it to him, and he was thrilled. And ever since, everybody in the family gets a prank gift. One year I got all the used Christmas lights because, I put Christmas lights up.
Oh, boy. Used Christmas lights. That usually means they don't work.
Correct. Exactly. So that was one of the good memories that we had. So,
Well, Santa Claus has plenty of magic. I'm sure you were able to get at least one strand back up and going, or did they all go into the dumpster?
they all went in the dumpster because none of them worked. Most of them were broke.
That's great. How many people took place in the prank, the initial liftoff on the big box prank gift? How many people took part in that?
6 of us.
Okay.
6 of my sisters.
6 of you.
Yes.
Charlotte, will you, one sec, Santa Claus. Charlotte, will you turn up mic number 2 for Santa Claus right there? Yeah, let's give him a little bit more juice. Let's hear a ho, ho, ho. Oh, now there's Santa. There's Santa. We've got some elves watching live on Facebook right now. So they were like,
That's great.
they were like, Joe, we don't want to hear you. We want to hear Santa Claus.
Well,
So-
I don't know what they want to hear, but it's going to be a fantastic night down at the depot.
Tell us all about that, because you're not just going to camp out here at the Candy Kitchen all night. As fun as that sounds, you've got places to go and people to see.
Correct. We are going to the city shed, and at 5 o'clock we are lighting the Christmas tree at the depot.
Where's the city shed? What do you mean the city shed?
Right behind City Hall. Straight down the alley from the Candy Kitchen.
And
here.
what takes place there?
That's where Santa and Mrs. Claus sit, and that's where the children come to see us, or whoever.
So what goes on at the depot? Just the tree lighting?
And they have Christmas trees and wreaths there that you get to vote on, and hot apple cider, and you can walk through and see the old historic depot.
So I want to make sure we get this right. If you are in or around Wilton, Iowa right now, and you want your kids to have a little bit of Santa time, where specifically do they go? Right behind City Hall?
Right behind City Hall, directly to where the community room is.
Yep.
Right next to there where they park the police cars.
Okay, you can't miss them.
Nope, they will be open. There'll be a sign or something out there.
How many years you been at this as Santa Claus here in Wilton?
Oh, boy. 10 years or more.
Has it really?
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
Think of all the Christmas wishes you've seen come true. Think of everything, all the wishes you've made come true.
Correct. I have. I try my best.
How big of a Christmas is Santa going to have when he's just hanging out with his family this year? You guys have a pretty big one? You guys have a big celebration?
We will have one for my family direct.
Okay.
And then all my siblings and us will be about 40 or 50 people there.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Jeez. Hopefully do you guys ever do like a white elephant or anything like that, or is it just somebody gets a prank gift?
At my house, it's a white elephant. And yes, there are some things that I get that I will have to show you, but I can't do them now.
Yeah, certainly. Okay, before you go, if you could only watch one more Christmas movie one time, what's going to be the top of the mark? What's that one Christmas movie you're going to get out, you're going to sit in your most comfortable Santa Claus chair and watch big bowl of popcorn? What is the Christmas movie?
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
We just watched Rudolph the other night, so it's gone. Home Alone would be my favorite to go to.
Man, oh man. You know, you look back at that and it's like, it's funny, you watch it now, it's like, why didn't somebody just pick up a cell phone and just say, hey, I'm still at the house? Why didn't anyone send a text to anybody? Isn't that wild?
Correct.
Like, as crazy as that movie sounds, the whole premise of it, it was possible that could have happened.
Yeah, possible, but it wasn't. It's just like the lady that falls and can't get up, but the cameraman's there. What do you do?
My goodness, yeah. You know what? I never thought about the cameraman with the lady that fell and says, I can't get up. Yeah. What was the cameraman doing?
Watching her.
And did he stop recording and help her up, or did he
Well,
say, well, I'm off the clock. I guess you better press the button on your necklace, lady.
I can't tell you that for sure, so.
Santa Claus, I'm so glad you stopped in here. We're going to rip through a lot of guests tonight.
Good.
Thank you for sharing the stinky cheese and the giant box story. I hope, who's going to get the stinky cheese this year? Can you not say?
I can't tell you.
Someone will get it, though.
Oh, yeah.
Someone will get the stinky cheese.
Right.
And Mrs. Lori Claus, you look so nice. You look so nice tonight. Are you give Lori the mic here real quick, or Mrs. Claus. All right, you're going to have to lean in a little bit because some yahoo named Joe decided it'd be a good idea to duct tape the wires to the table. Is this 10 years for you too? Or
Yes.
Okay, so you've been in since day one as well.
Yeah, I didn't dress up the first couple years. I just helped him get prepped. But lately, I have my own suit too.
Do you look forward to it now, every year?
No.
Is it kind of stressful? Like, I got to get ready, we got to do all the
Yes.
things?
Yes.
Yeah.
We go to some houses and it's get really hot, sweaty.
Oh.
Yeah.
But now how do you say no? You can't say no.
Don't say no.
The magic stops with you guys, so you got to keep it rolling.
Yep.
We have 3 more to do.
3 more.
Yeah.
All right. You guys got to get out of here. If you can, give Santa and Mrs. Claus a virtual clap there in the comments. Tell them thank you for stopping in. We're going to rip through a bunch of guests now. I'm going to hang out for a little bit. Next at 5 o'clock, we have Magic Dan Oin coming in. So maybe he can sell you a little real estate up on the North Pole there.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks for having us.
Thank you guys, and you guys go get to work, and Merry Christmas. Thank you very much.
You too.
All right. We're going to keep this live feed going, so Santa, you can just plop that back in there. That's it. That's the power of live. I got to give Santa a hug. Here. All right. Oh, thank you, Santa. Look at that. Okay, now we got a smile. We got a smile for the short there. All right, we'll screenshot that and turn it into a nice picture. We'll have you in the studio one of these days. Oh, and you know what, Santa? Oh, as much as you like to give stuff away, I don't. So I'm going to take this microphone back. All right. Thank you very much. Yep, we'll see you guys soon, okay? Bye-bye. I need to get a hug from Mrs. Claus. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we'll get more than one rating. Or one view. All right, how's our screen looking there, Charlotte? Are we still looking live? Everybody's seeming like they're happy? Okay, well, you know what? We're running a little bit ahead of schedule, which is great because I was worried we were going to have to like ram jam these guests through. So next up, I already see our 5 o'clock is here and our 5 p.m. is here. So we're going to get Magic Dan Oin in here, and we're going to share some Christmas stories. So can we get a Magic Dan over here? Magic Dan, table for 2. Okay, while Dan's coming in hot here, we're going to get him mic'd up. All right, you get 2 mics here, Dan. You get this one here, right? That looks good.
What's the L for?
You can put that on. The L stands for your left ear. What's that? Okay, yep, go ahead, Dan. Yep. And, yeah, his mic will be fine right there. And I got to hit my noise reducer mic. Make sure we're going to keep these nice and green, Charlotte. Which, by the way, I wish I could turn the camera around because my daughter, Charlotte, is running the operation tonight because all the other Treadmill Hero staffers looked at me cross-eyed when I said, hey, after the 60-hour work week you put in, you mind coming in on Sunday and running some cameras and mics? And they were like, you know, you have a perfectly able-bodied daughter to do this. Hey, Merry Christmas, Dan Owen. So next up, we have Dan Owen, First Choice Real Estate, both Wilton and Muscatine, for all your home and all your property needs. If there's a piece of dirt with a house or anything on it, or just the dirt, Dan's going to help you get rid of it and put a little dough in your pocket. Is that the best way to say what we're doing here?
I thought we were doing Christmas.
We are, but I wanted to give you a little bit of plug. I wanted to give you a small plug, nothing huge. We're not going to talk real estate for an hour. So welcome to the Window Walk. Do you typically come down to the Window Walk?
Used to a lot as a kid. Used to bring our kids down here. I don't.
We're going to get nice and close here.
That better?
Yeah,
Okay.
How you hear me is, or how you hear you is how they hear you. Yeah.
We used to come down a lot as kids, but haven't so much, and brought my kids down, just don't so much now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was the last, do you remember being down at the Window Walk as a kid ever?
Yes, absolutely. There used to be a tree up by Doc Stanley's office. It used to be in the center of the road. It was really neat till one year somebody cut it down 2 or 3 times, and that was the end of that. But the Boy Scouts, we used to decorate it in Boy Scouts.
Wait a minute, there was a tree, like not like a tree that was still in the ground, right? Just one they'd bring in?
They would bring a tree in, a big Christmas tree. It'd be about as tall as Lynn's building up there, the old Star Drug, and then Amanda Sauvel's building. Used to be Doc Stanley.
Yep, Sassy Styles
Yep.
now.
There was they'd put a tree right there in the center, and everybody would decorate it. The Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, people from school, and it was pretty cool.
What year was that? I don't remember that.
It was in the 80s.
Well, yeah, you got me by a couple years, so I suppose. So tell me a Christmas story. Does Dan Owen have a Christmas story he can share with us?
Yeah, I thought about this since you called. Probably one of my good Christmas memories was my dad always took my brother and I dirt bike riding up to Wisconsin. And one year for Christmas, I was probably 11 or 12. We had one dirt bike. Dad and Mom got us another dirt bike so we could go with Dad in the spring dirt bike riding. And we went out. He had it in a storage unit. We went out Christmas Day in the snow, in the ice, and brought that dirt bike home and rode it around the house on Christmas Day.
Oh, that's great. How
Yep.
fun was that? How old were you?
I think I was 11 or 12.
So up until then, there was one dirt bike to go around for the whole family, right?
Correct.
Was it? It was. I'm assuming it was your dad's dirt bike.
No. My brother had one, and my dad had one. My brother and I shared one, so they bought us a third one.
Who got the old one?
My brother did.
Yeah. You're a little bit older. You're in the pecking
Yep.
order there.
Yep. So just kind of a memory then I recreated with my kids. Did the same type of thing. I think a lot of people like to do that with their kids. They remember something that their parents did for them, and you pass that on. And I think you do it for your kids.
How fun is that?
Yeah.
What better gift than a dirt bike for Christmas? Holy smokes.
Isn't much better.
No. I mean, a bouncy ball or a pair of ice skates is fun and all, but man, do you remember what kind of dirt bike it was?
Yeah, it was a 100cc Yamaha. And then we rode Yamahas after that for a lot of years until my son and I, we just switched to a different brand. But, yeah, we rode Yamahas a lot of years just because of that one dirt bike.
I remember that. And I remember, God, you had a wicked dirt bike. Or was that your dad's? It was a green one, but it was like a 600cc.
My dad's. It was a 420.
That
big.
was a monster. Like, you didn't dare get on that. I had a little KDX 80, and I thought, man, I'm not going to get on that thing.
Yeah.
I'll get shot to the moon.
Yep, it was a big one. Yep.
All right, now be honest with me. How many times have you tried to find an exact replica or an exact living model of that Yamaha 100 that you had?
I can't find a silver one.
So you've been looking.
I have looked. I cannot find a silver one. Actually, Aaron Kaiser bought it from us when we sold it and I moved up to a 250. Aaron Kaiser and Don called us on it, and Aaron bought it.
Maybe he still has it.
I doubt it.
You know, I just saw Aaron Kaiser. I haven't had a chance to chat with him forever. I just ran into him for Luke Hank's 43rd birthday party. We went out Friday night to celebrate, and he was there. And we had a lot of fun peeling back memory layers. I gotta ask him if he still has that silver Yamaha 100.
Yes.
What exactly was the model of it?
I don't remember.
Was it
that.
just a Yamaha 100?
Yeah, it was. Yep.
I remember that because that was a heavy bike. It was like a trail bike, wasn't it?
Yes. Yep.
So you could ride it also on the street
And the trails.
and the trails.
Yep. Yep. So that was probably one of my favorite Christmas memories.
And now kids are grown up, so you got to FaceTime them on Christmas, right? Just to pin them down. Your kids are busy.
Yeah, my daughter will be working all Christmas, so yep.
And your daughter works where? She's over at the Axe and Oak still, or where's she at?
No,
she promoted herself.
Yeah, she's an RN at the University of Iowa in the labor and delivery. Yep. So she'll be working all Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the day after.
So she's going to get to see a Christmas baby this year.
Yes.
Oh, how fun. How neat.
Yep.
And Santa's not the only one who flies around, right? Tell us about your son.
My son's up at Dubuque, and he is in his third year of flight school, and he should graduate the school portion in the spring because Wilton does a great job with allowing them to take college courses. So he was about a year ahead when he started on the general education.
All right. I asked Tom Claus this question. I'll ask you the same. Mm-hmm. If you could only watch a Christmas movie one more time, you can only pick one Christmas movie. Dan's going to sit in his recliner. He's going to get nice and cozy. He's going to have the fire crackling. What is that one Christmas movie you're going to watch?
Christmas Vacation.
Oh, how can you not? Is it true they're going to redo that movie, or they already did? Did you see that online?
I don't know. They redo a lot of movies, so I don't know. I don't know how they can make it any better.
I don't either. If you haven't watched Christmas Vacation, it's a classic, and I hope you watch it again this year. I hope you sit down and watch it and go from there.
Yep.
Hey, Merry Christmas, Dan Owen. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it, Dan. Thank you.
Thanks.
All righty. You can just set your headphones right here, and then we're going to take the wireless mic, and I'm going to take you off there. Okay. Dan Owen, everybody. Thank you, Dan. Hey, while we're teeing up for our next guest, I've already seen a couple things going on around downtown, which I want to point out. Number one, let's give a shameless plug to Gems from the Attic. That is my daughter and I's little resale shop that we have. We're doing crazy sales over there. So stop in and see Stephanie. Find something that you want to wrap up and give as a gift or keep for yourself, and she will cut you a red-hot, smoking cinnamon Santa Claus Christmas deal on that thing. And speaking of other things that we want to plug, in fact, I'm going to get to that calendar here in a little bit, but we just stopped into Sassy Styles. All of the stylists, they have dressed up like the Who's from Whoville, and you can get pictures with them. As a matter of fact, I'm going to share mine right here. Let's look at this. Oh, this is wonderful. I'm going to zoom in here and see. Charlotte, can we see that on the screen? Right there, a picture in a picture, right? So go in there, get a picture with all the gals from Sassy Styles. I think we saw Kenny Lincoln's in here, the Grinch is in there. So that was a fun time. And I believe the play is over, so I'd be curious to get somebody else in here from the play. Charlotte, how's our screen looking back there? We're nice and set, we're live, we're looking good, counting. The little box is yellow or whatever, the way it's supposed to be. Okay, good deal. I shouldn't be second guessing you at this point. You know how to run the show here. So next up, I'm going to bring in a very special guest. I'm going to bring in my dad. I'm going to bring in Doug Braymeyer, Wilton's own. I know he's special to a lot of people in town. He's certainly special to me. And he's also my buddy. So he's not only my dad, but he's my best friend. So we're going to have him come in here, and we're going to go ahead and have a seat. Dad, put on the mics or the headphones here. And then I'm going to clip in a wireless mic here for you, too.
All right.
Okay. Hopefully, Hey, Charlotte, are we seeing some people watching live right now? I'm guessing we probably are. Hey, if you could, I don't know if you can give any comments through the app that we're leaving, but give us a couple thumbs up, give us a couple comments. I want to make sure that the sound is sounding good. And Dad, here, it's going to be a little redundant, but I'm telling every guest how you hear yourself is how they hear you.
Okay.
So get in nice and close there to the mic.
Yeah,
you could scoot in a
there
little
you
bit
go.
closer. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, it's coming.
Now
Yeah,
we're,
sounds real good. Yes. Okay.
Now we're in our own little bubble here.
I think so. As long as everybody gets to see us and hear us here, that's what we want.
Let's take a deep breath here. We've already been going for a while.
Okay.
We've had Santom Mauer Claus in here already with Lori.
I saw Magic Dan was here.
Magic Dan was here, and I want to thank Dan for coming in too, because Dan doesn't really like to be in front of the camera and everything, but he's a pal of mine, and he was gracious enough to stop by. And I don't know if you heard, he told a wonderful story about how he got a dirt bike for Christmas. Him and his brother Andy used to have to share a dirt bike.
Oh, wow.
And then one year, Steve wheeled in another dirt bike that, if you remember, the Yamaha 100 trail bike that then ultimately got sold to Aaron Kaiser that him and I would bang around in.
I do remember that. Yes.
Yeah, so that was a neat story. So, and I know we're talking about Christmas right now,
Yes.
but the old man here and my lovely mother, Lenore Braymeyer, just celebrated 47 years of marriage on December 3rd. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. 47 years, it's like everybody talks. Where do the years go? And it is so true. But 47 years, I mean, look at us. We look great, Chet. How can that be?
My goodness.
People are wondering, how do you two do it? Well, I guess it's just good hard work.
Yeah, beef tallow on the skin and Pilates and lots of stretching.
And raising children, especially you. I guess it kept us young. I wondered for a while, Joe.
I guess, yeah. So far, so good. I'm just looking. There's some hustle and bustle going on down here already.
Yes, there is. Driving down here, the streets are getting pretty full. Look, I'm glad to see that. That's awesome.
Which, before we get into your Christmas story,
Yeah.
because we've got some time here.
Okay.
Let's do a plug for Joe and Doug's collection that we have decided. You know what? You can only hold on to this stuff for so long, so we've decided to pass it on one piece at a time. So if you're looking for any Christmas gifts, you drive by the station, things are thinning out, but people have been scooping up some really good deals on some really cool stuff.
Yes, as we've said, we just had a lot of fun collecting stuff over the years. But there comes a time, and everybody, you must be going to retire. Well, if I can stay healthy, I am not retired. Market's pretty good right now, and we thought, you know what? It's time to move on with some of the stuff. Yes, we've had a lot of people, we missed the pig and missed that, and sometimes it makes me a little sad, but hey, we're moving on. So,
I mean, quite honestly, we talked about this where we said, hey, listen, we spent 10 years collecting this stuff together, building memories together, and I said, you know what, Dad, I know you're going to live to be 199 years old, but you know what? I don't want to have to someday deal with a giant collection by myself. So let's take the next year or two. Let's enjoy getting rid of it one piece at a time, just like we enjoyed getting it. And I thought it was going to be a lot harder than it is because we started accumulating all these cool things and building out this roadside attraction. But in reality, we did it for ourselves because it was fun. And we're having just as much, I would argue, it's almost more fun to see it go down the road to someone else.
We've met a lot of fun people. The folks from Iowa City, the father-son collectors. We've gotten really Ryan and Will Wade. And then seeing them, they excite a lot of cool people.
We had one guy stop in and he bought some playground spring toys from us. He bought like 5 of them. Super fun guy. We got talking to him and I was like, what do you collect? And of all things, he's like, I collect anvils, or he did. He was an anvil collector for the longest time. And what did he say? He was just collecting for years. And then one day he just decided, I have scratched the anvil itch all the way down as far as it'll go, and I'm going to sell them all. And he liquidated them all.
And I believe he said he sold $50,000 worth of anvils.
Craziness.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, it's just whatever you're into, whatever you collect. Some people wouldn't give us a nickel for some of those signs. Other people give us thousands. So
and it's interesting because we never once really looked at an item that we bought thinking, oh, this is going to be worth a lot of money someday. We started acquiring items let's face it, who looks at a giant 7-foot tall fiberglass pig and goes, boy, if we sink our money into that, that'll be a good investment someday. We bought it because it brought us some joy and some happiness, and people saw it. And if a byproduct of Dad and I being happy over a 7-foot pig, if the byproduct of that was someone else from town got a kick out of it or shook their head and laughed when they drove by, you know what? That was just icing on the cake.
Many people have, because I've probably gotten more guff over the pig than anything.
Yeah.
Oh, that was our landmark. Our kids like that. We knew where to turn. And if there's any little seller's remorse, it might be the pig, just a little. But yeah, a guy from Minnesota come all the way down to purchase that. We couldn't believe it. Drove from Minnesota to buy the pig.
It was wild. And not only did he drive from Minneapolis to buy the pig, but then he turned right back around and came back and got the trumpet man, Lord Farquhar, as we were saying. It looked like the guy from Shrek, the trumpet man.
Yes, and Bob Glennie was so glad. He disliked that trumpet man. He was so happy he was gone. For some reason, it irritated him. So that's why we kept it there for a while longer, just to irritate Mannix.
Yeah, just to tease him.
He didn't know that, but we kept it there for him.
But back to this quick story of the guy who bought 5 spring toys. This guy started showing us his collection through pictures on his phone, and we were like, okay, we don't have the disease as bad as some people have. I thought we'd drive across, and for whatever reason, that particular county was going to tear that bridge down and build a new one, and he bought the bridge and put it on their own property, along with a gazillion other things that they've got. But how neat of a story is that?
Yeah, we've gotten there again. Meet so many people. They all have cool stories like we do. We probably bore some people with it. We're like, oh, I remember where we found this. Or a lot of stuff we've gotten to. People drive by and come back. Hey, I've got this out on the farm. Would you guys be interested in that?
Yeah.
And we've got some stuff on display that is not for sale. When people give us something like that, we just talk about it.
Yeah, and that's just it. You know, people drop off stuff, and you know, I was talking with Lynn about this the other day, where people from the kindness of their own heart, they want to give you an item because they're like, I feel like this would mean something to you, and it does. It could be this pen, and if someone gives it to us, it means something to us because they gave it to us. But with that comes a little bit of responsibility too, because we got to remember, oh, wait a minute, we didn't buy that.
Yeah.
Somebody gave us that, and so that's not really ours to sell, because we've never looked at this collection from a monetary standpoint. We've looked at it through the fun lens, and you know, I'm just glad we're moving it down the road so we can move on to the next thing that we're going to get hot and heavy into.
Oh, yes.
You know.
Who knows what it'll be, but we'll be back into something.
Yeah.
Yep.
I doubt it'll be golf.
Yeah.
We're not really golfers, but I'm sure once the collection has moved down the road and we've passed it on to the right people, then yeah, we got to figure out what the next itch is going to be that we're going to scratch.
You'd come pulling in and Grandma Faye would, oh no, what's he have now? More junk. And you would harass her and bring it in, set it right in the middle of the office just to harass her.
Oh yeah.
So you've had fun getting Grandma worked up, but she's having fun with it too.
And that's why we got that Maxine statue.
Yes.
That Maxine statue, if you haven't been in the station for a while, you got to stop in. If we all remember the cranky Maxine character from the Hallmark cards, and we were able to find in a church basement of all places a 1 of 40 ever made life-size statue of Maxine from the Hallmark cards, and it looks just like Grandma Faye. Yeah. And so
she's handled it real well. I'll give her credit.
Oh, she loves it.
And people have had so much fun razzing her. They'll come in, well, hello, Faye, looking at the statue.
Yeah.
And she's loved it. She's played up to it quite well. She's taken it like a champ. So we've had fun with that.
If there's one thing that we end up selling that she might be kind of like, wow, I can't believe they got rid of that, it'll be the Maxine statue.
It'll be the Maxine statue.
Yeah, that's why we've put a we don't want to sell it price on the Maxine statue. Everything else is for sale reasonably. The Maxine, we got that at top of the mark. So
yes.
We don't need to get rid of that yet. So, Dad, tell me a Christmas story. I asked you to tell us one.
Yeah.
All right, scoot this in here.
I've got a couple. As a little child, we would go out to Grandma Leona and Grandpa Harold's farm, right out across from Herbie Olson's farm, right out on out of the county line. Great little farm. We had a lot of Christmases there. And Grandma Leona, she was pretty stern. Well, I maybe had a little bit of you in me. And one day we were out there, and she had her Christmas decorations all set up, and I got to mess around, probably like you, probably throwing a few things.
Here, while you're telling us, I'm going to hold these up.
Sure enough, whatever I threw got mischief on.
Well, we have the O.
Yes.
We have the E. We have the L.
These were little candle holders from Grandma Leona Braymeyer.
Uh-oh. There was an empty spot here.
There's an empty spot. Well, whatever I was messing around, I threw something, it fell down and busted. And that is one of the first and only time Grandma Leona gave me a little swat.
Oh, you got a little Christmas spanking, huh?
I never got over that. And lo and behold, we have had these for years. So it maybe wasn't usually the perfect little Dougie, as my sisters will admit. I didn't usually cause a lot of problems, but, but I have that memory.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so I did take these. I was asked to be on the Antique Roadshow.
Oh, really?
They heard about this collection. Yeah. So,
they said even if you're missing the end,
they said we hear that. So I was on the Antique Roadshow with these. They invited me on the show, and I showed them. And of course, you know how they look at stuff. And the guy interviewed him and said, "Oh my," he says, and he opened the box. He goes, "Where's the end?" I told him the story. Well, he said, "Sir, we'd like to inform you. We're sorry to say, if you had the N for your whole collection, insurance value would probably be around $15,000 to $20,000.
Unbelievable.
He said there was 3 of these in the world made, 3 or 4. But he said, well, without the N, good luck getting $50.
Yeah.
So, fun story.
hopefully we'll get lucky and run into a Leo someday. Maybe Leo is interested in this set because we could do that.
Yeah.
But
I don't think I'd sell it. I have
No.
But anybody has an N out there, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, let's show a little bit of a close up here. Somebody out there has to have this set. I mean, I doubt they have the original box. I mean, with
the paper,
with the highly desirable paper insert that you never see. This is, as they say, rare as hen's teeth.
I mean,
right here. Yeah, we are missing the spot. We're missing the. We have an open cavity for the N in Noel. Boy, if you had the original red candles that go with these too, because these are these are like little birthday cake candles holders here.
I mean, I just couldn't believe when the guy told me the value of these.
50 grand.
I mean,
I think he was a little light.
This could have put you through college, Charlotte. Yeah.
I think he was a little light on that.
Anybody with the N out there, and I have just one other Christmas story.
Please.
Had a good memory on. Of course, our house was kind of like Everybody Loves Raymond. You know that show, Ray Ramone.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Yes. Everyone popping in.
Household, and everybody loved Dougie. And I do remember for Christmas one year, I got a regulation size pool table for Christmas.
Whoa.
A pool table.
Whoa.
Regulation size, and I was only like in 5th grade. So that was a pretty special gift that probably my sister's nose was a little bit bent over. But
I would say so.
I mean, I was quite the pool player back then. I really was. I was short back then. I could barely see over the table. So, but I was quite a little pool player. So that is one great memory I have. I received that, and that's a pretty cool gift. Then.
Did you have a nickname around pool? Like, I feel like I've heard a story about like you would go down to the Lake of the Ozarks every year and be able to shark some people at stick because you had a pool table at home.
Well, yeah, I had the pool table. We also had a little pinball machine.
Oh, geez.
Yep. So
I didn't know you had a pinball machine as well.
Yes, I did. And so, yeah, I got to admit I was pretty good. And I seeing my sister sitting over there. I do have another quick story. She'll probably remember the Christmas. I said, Sherry, tell me what I'm getting for Christmas.
Uh-oh.
And I'll tell you. Well, she says, you're getting a BB gun. I said, you're getting a great big Barbie house and all kinds of Barbie set up is what you're getting. Okay, we won't tell each other. Well, lo and behold, Christmas came and went. I got my BB gun. There was not a Barbie doll house. So sorry,
man.
Sherry, I kind of told a little lie, and that's not like me. But no, I did, and Sherry still remembers that.
Oh, trust but verify, Sherry. You should have tracked down at least the box, something that looked like could possibly have a Barbie house in it.
Yep. So that was a lie that I feel bad about. So yeah, that was a Christmas memory I have there. Yeah.
Well, I do have to say, since I got you here, and I've got another 4 minutes left. Actually, we got time. My next guest isn't for a minute. I want to share a Christmas story with my dad here. One year, I remember the Christmas that you got me the Cox helicopter. This was a gas-powered helicopter that, I mean, I was probably Charlotte's age. I was probably 11, 12, somewhere right in there.
That'd be about right, yeah.
And it was a helicopter about this big, but it had a little gas engine on it. And so you had to prime the pump, and you had to put the little specialty fuel in there. But you would have to spin the top propeller, and it was like really spring-loaded tight.
A lot of compression.
And you had to get your finger out of there so the propeller could go frrr, frrr, and then eventually it would start the helicopter, and then the main propeller would start moving. Well, your finger was a bloody mess because you couldn't get your finger out quick enough without it swinging around and clipping your finger. So I remember good old Dad on that chilly Christmas morning, we're out trying to fly this helicopter with numb fingers anyway, and you're getting your finger chopped up. So we finally got the thing to go, and the thing goes with a full tank of gas, and then it just went, and then 5 minutes later we're going, like it was like a little speck in the air. Yeah. It took off. We don't know where. We put too much gas in it. It flew away.
Yeah, it headed north. I'm not so sure. It didn't end up clear out of Sugarville. I don't know. We should go out and find out if they know where that's at.
Most people get a drone and then they crash it, but they can find it. But this was just like a gas-powered helicopter. We just let go, and it could still be flying right now.
I bet one of the Sugars have that. We're gonna have to get a hold of them.
I bet Mike Sugar found it and he took it. He hid it in his garage.
I think so. We'll have to check that out because I remember that's where it headed. So, but that is in our story. So it was a one-flight helicopter. That was another $80.
This whole segment has turned into all the things I had in the past that I wish I still had.
Yes.
Like I'd love to have that Cox helicopter. Dan Owen told us about the dirt bike that he'd still love to have.
Yes.
So we got to track that down. We got to track down your old pool table.
Yes, that would be awesome.
We've got to track down the N.
The N.
We got to track down the N in there, and we can fake it with some replica little red candles. Right? We can tell them they're the original. Maybe we'll burn them halfway down.
They probably make repops.
They make repops for everything these days.
Yeah,
Another reason why we're getting rid of all the signs.
I don't know that I'll get invited back on the road show, but we'll see.
I think you should have maybe taken the $50,000 and just done a dividend payout and said sorry to everybody and bought a replica set. But you know what? We're going to make it our mission. We're going to make it our mission to get the N from the Noel back in here. And you know what? Let's hit on a sore subject.
Okay.
Let's hit on a sore subject real quick.
Okay.
Dad took a year off, folks, and everybody is allowed a year off. The old man took a year off from all the Christmas lights at the house.
Yes,
we realize it's like the pig. We know everybody misses the pig.
Yeah.
We look forward to it. But the problem is you work too damn much.
Well,
you work too damn much.
I am taking a year off. I'm saying right now, Dave Davies, several years ago, downtown, he goes, "Hey, Clark Griswold." So I do have the name of Clark Griswold. I'm taking a year off, but folks, next year, I promise is going to be bigger than ever because I think all you guys are going to be there helping me, and we're going to be doing it while it's 95 degrees out. But folks, wait till next year. It's going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, okay.
So Clark Griswold is coming back, I promise.
So that's fine. I'm down with that as long as we do it when it's shorts and T-shirt weather.
Yes.
Because as I've told you, if there's one thing worse than putting up Christmas lights, it's putting up someone else's Christmas lights.
Good point. That is so true.
But I'm happy to help. We're gonna wrangle in one tea, and we're gonna wrangle in some friends. We're gonna do the old, hey, why don't you swing by real quick bit, and maybe we'll get a bunch of people over to the house.
I have a ton of friends around. I think we can get a pretty good group of people to help.
Maybe they've got some old lights in the garage they don't want either. That way you can troubleshoot and fix the lights.
No, we don't do that.
Yeah, Tom was just telling me the story about how people gifted him a bunch of old Christmas lights as kind of a gag gift. He's like, those went right in the dumpster.
Yeah.
I wasn't about to try to fix those.
No.
Well, the Candy Kitchen is hustling and bustling. I think I'm trying to remember, Dad, who I got. Who's next? Let me take a look here. The beautiful part about the live is you can kind of just ride the clutch a little bit. So, we've got We've got, speaking of Sugarville, we've got Stephanie Sugar coming in next.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
I can ask her if the Cox helicopter ever flew out to Sugarville.
I think if Stephanie knows, she'll tell.
Maybe her folks picked it up and wrapped it up and gave it to either Ben or Greg or somebody like that for the day after Christmas.
Because I know it was heading right up that way. So
we'll
find out.
I wonder if we have a Stephanie in here yet. Anyway, do we see a Stephanie yet? I don't know. I don't know if we have a. Is there a Stephanie in here yet? No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. Brenda, hey, I'm going to have you pop in here real quick because I got a couple questions for you. Dad, thank you. Doug Brameyer, everybody, my old man, my pal.
Thank you.
And just wait. As soon as that last sign comes off the station, Dad and I are going to get bit by a new bug here, so I can't wait to find out what
It'll
that
happen.
is. So it'll happen. All righty.
Merry Christmas.
Here,
Thank you.
I'm going to take your mic here, and I'm going to take your headphones there.
Right.
All right. Sounds good. Brenda.
Hi, Joe.
I got apologies to make. See you, Sherry. Yep. All right, I owe you an apology. Put that headset on. My goodness. You can put it on either side here. All right, now I'm going to clip this right here.
Thank you.
We'll go right there with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful.
How
All
are
right.
ya?
I'm doing good. Hey, we're going to do a little bit of a check-in here. Hey, Charlotte, how's our feed looking? Are we still counting? We still good? Everything's wonderful there?
Hi, Charlotte.
Great. Yeah. My daughter, Charlotte. Have you met her yet?
Charlotte, have I ever met you before? I don't think so.
No.
I'm Brenda Ochiltree. Nice to meet you.
Brenda Ochiltree, not Brenda Nimrick. Isn't that something?
It's something.
Where did, I mean,
You
listen,
know,
I'm
your neighbor and everything.
I know, like you,
So I was like, really? He doesn't even know who I am.
oh, isn't that something?
It was heartbreaking.
Here, hold this mic up to you a little bit so we can hear you. So how you hear yourself is how everybody hears you at home.
Okay.
So, oh yeah, there you go.
Here I am.
Now we're in.
Brenda Ochiltree.
Brenda Ochiltree. So I had Brenda's husband, Lynn, on the show.
Yes.
Earlier it was last week now
Last
because we're on
week.
Sunday.
Yeah.
It was last week, and I went to wish you a happy birthday, and for whatever reason, I said, happy birthday, Brenda Nimrick.
I know why.
Why?
I just know why. Because at that moment when you were trying to so nicely say happy birthday to me,
Yep.
the camera was going,
Yeah.
and you were doing a shoe cam.
What?
And I think that was a little bit of a distraction. And then you're like, oh, Brenda Nimrick, and can someone help with the camera?
I think so. I'll take it. I'll take
what
the
I
out.
think. I'm trying to pull you out of the well.
You know, at some point, if I can figure out a way to even make a couple dollars doing what I'm doing
Yeah.
here, then maybe we can get like a real production going on.
I think yours is pretty fancy already.
Well, we're using
It's
borrowed
impressive.
gear and
It's working. It's
well, I was
doing
just
the
happy
job.
we even found like a ring light to give us a little bit extra light in
Yeah,
here. So,
it's good.
hey, and I'm digging the vintage,
Isn't it great?
the old school Dairy Queen cup
Yeah.
design there.
That's why I got it.
God bless Instagram,
I know.
right? There's so many cool things you can buy on
There's-
the TikTok shop or on
you
Instagram.
will
Or
appreciate this though, because I know you and you know me, and I can say this freely that I like to go to garage sales and tag sales too. And this is a true.
let's go on a date together.
You're-
We'll go out on a date. We'll go garage sailing.
Sorry, I'm married. So are you.
That's right. Yeah.
And we
well,
both happen to be married to Lynn.
we are both married to a Lynn.
Lynn.
Yeah.
My Lynn, your Lynn. Two different people.
I have a Lynn E. You have a Lynn. Yeah. Mine has an E on the end of it, but that's
But my Lynn has a Lynn E. Ochiltree. His middle name is, well, I'm not going to say it, but I know.
That's wild.
So his initials, which is funny, this is a little tidbit. His initials, Lynn E. middle name. Not going to say it out loud. He can say it if he wants to. Ochiltree, L-E-O, spells his father's first name. Leo.
Was that by design? It had to have been.
I don't
That had to have been by design, right? That just doesn't happen.
But what a funny coincidence if it wasn't.
That is kind of a funny coincidence.
Yeah.
Hey, I got
Are
a question.
we too loud, Charlotte? It looks like you were blaring out your eardrums.
No, I think we're
we're
good.
okay? All right.
I think we're good.
I'm worried about your daughter.
Give me you have a Christmas tradition. You seem like someone that's got a Christmas tradition.
We really didn't. I have 2 brothers and a sister.
Okay.
An older brother, 2 years older than me, Brian. Hi, Brian, if you're watching.
What's up, Brian?
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, bro.
Love ya. And then myself, so there's 2 years between us. And then I have another brother, Brad.
Okay.
Hi, Brad.
What's up, Brad? Merry Christmas to you too, bro.
And he is 7 years younger than me. And then I have a sister, Beth.
Okay.
Hi, Beth.
Hey, Beth. How you doing, sis?
And Beth is 10 years younger than me. So there's 12 years between the oldest and the youngest. Brian, Brenda, Brad, Beth.
Whoa.
And if you say it
That's-
too fast, you say Brian, Brenda, bad breath. You don't want to say that. It's bad, Brad, and Beth, not bad breath.
That's great. And are they they're spread out everywhere, right?
Well,
Because you're not a Wilton original. You're a transplant.
I am maybe that's why you don't know my name.
Yeah, that's why I'm just calling you every Brenda in the book but Brenda Ochiltree.
You know I can't let that go.
Oh, yeah, we got to let that ride.
That's going to ride for a while.
Brenda Nimerick even commented on the thing.
know,
She's like,
she
thanks
did.
for the birthday wish.
Well, and
yeah.
I felt bad because it was, you do that podcast at so early in the morning. I am not a morning person. And I was watching it because I love my husband that much, and you.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to watch it, and I'm like half asleep, and then you say Brenda Nimerick, and I'm like, after I wrote it, I'm like, Brenda, you need to slow down and reread it before you send it, because I said, is this a real person?
Oh, yeah, that's right. It is.
And then after I said that, I'm like, that might not have been very nice to say.
They, the Nimericks, when they had the T-shirt shop in town, they made me the Joe Show shirts.
No kidding.
They were the ones printing them.
So where were they?
So where Samantha's dance studio is now,
Okay.
that was
Street.
the T-shirt shop.
Yes.
That was the OG T-shirt shop, and
Okay.
yeah, there was. Thankfully, there was enough people out there that I had snowed into thinking that I was putting together a great show that they wanted to buy a T-shirt. So, yeah, the Joe Show press was always going down. They even let me make a couple.
Fun.
Where you put it down and then you put all the goop on top and then
Yeah.
you run the slide back and forth to make the screen printing. Now anymore,
Old
it's
school.
Yeah.
just
a printed thing and
Faster, I'm
whatever it is. Yeah.
Okay.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
I love Elf.
Really?
I do.
So that
It's
would be
funny.
would that be number one? Would that be
Yeah.
like I only get to watch one movie this
Yep.
year? I'm going to watch Elf.
Yeah. It's funny to me.
Wow.
But I have kind of a funny sense of humor. I married a funeral director, so.
Yeah, you know what? You got to have a few little quirks to you,
Yeah, a little bit.
right?
Pretty
You-
good sense of humor to do that, I suppose.
Well, thank you guys again for buying the Candy Kitchen. I know you got to go. I know you got people to
Thank
take
you.
care of.
I
You
do.
got shaking to do here. So
I'm actually going to. I just got done with the play. We had the Alumni Association.
How was
play.
it?
It was great.
yeah, everybody did good.
We had fun.
Standing O.
They standing out both shows
that's
last
great.
night and tonight. So
No wonder you're so bubbly. You're done with the play.
Oh,
You're
God
done with the
bless
play.
America.
Oh, thank you, play.
On
you know,
to the next thing. Yeah,
I'm sure you did a wonderful job.
we all did. Everybody did a fantastic job. Becky Allgood is the brains behind everything, and Ted Maroff does the productions, and the people in the cast do one. Everybody does great.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
not a one-man show. It's a team effort, and everybody does a good job. So.
I have Becky Allgood coming in.
Well, good. She can tell you how great we did on the play.
Yeah, Becky Allgood is actually coming in at 5:45, which will be after Stephanie.
In about 20 minutes.
And Stephanie better be down here. I don't know. I don't. Oh, I see her husband, so I'm
Do you
sure
have a
she's here.
backup plan if not?
No, I can just wing it, but I'm sure she's
Yeah,
here. So we're gonna get her in here.
Well,
and you know what? If she's late, everybody knows that she's late right now. So yeah, she was supposed to be here. What time did that say? Let's hold Stephanie accountable here. I had her down at 5:30. It's 5:23. So if you're not 10 minutes early, you're late,
well,
right?
I don't know about that. She still has time.
All right, Brenda, I'm gonna let you go here,
I
and
appreciate you.
while you're going, and while we're looking for Stephanie, I'm gonna plug the calendar if that's okay.
I would love that.
I'm gonna actually pull something out here and talk about it. So thank you, Brenda, and
Do your thing.
Take your mic off
I
there
sure
too.
will.
Yep.
Hi, Mikey. Good job at the play tonight.
All right, we are officially about.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Brenda. Yeah, appreciate it. Okay. Charlotte's gonna take a. You just leave that sit right there and go around, honey. Just. Oh, let's just leave it. Mid production change up isn't usually a good idea there, but you could just take that stool and carry it over here, and then you could sit on the stool. Yeah, take your headphones off so we don't bonk anything. What am I talking about? You got this figured out. You don't need me. You don't need me giving you the play-by-play on how to move a stool. You've got that. Oh, who do we got? I finally. There's Stephanie. You know, we were just calling you out, you know.
Why? Because I'm late?
Yeah, well, I don't think you're late. You're late. You're only late if it's past 5:30. It would have been nice if you were here a little bit earlier, but that's
It was.
okay.
It was hot in here. There's
Hey,
a lot of people. Am I on?
First, we're
right
going to clip this on. Oh, we're live.
Oh.
We're live right now. Here, clip this on your other side so you kind of got the little fuzz ball by your mouth.
now? Okay.
And then we're going to put on our headphones here.
I don't think that's going to work out. Hold on.
Yeah, there you go. Just take a bite out of it. Did you guys go to the play, or did you just come down here?
No, we just got here.
Yeah.
No, we were at a friend's birthday party. Turned 50 today.
Who's that? Hi, Jeremy.
He's want to be in the camera.
Yeah. Who's 50th?
A friend. My friend Heather Brosser. She's from Muscatine. She's a realtor in Muscatine. So.
Happy birthday, Heather. Was today her true birthday?
No, I think it's tomorrow. You know what? I'm a bad friend. I think it's tomorrow.
Coming soon.
Yeah, right. Coming soon.
Boy, hopefully she didn't tie one on a Sunday, right?
Oh, she loves Sunday Fun Day.
Oh, well, good luck on your Monday. Good luck on your Monday here. So, old pal of mine, Stephanie Sugar. You'll always be Stephanie Sugar to me. Sorry, you know, it's your maiden name, and that's how we grew up.
Yep.
Class of 2000. We got in a lot of mischief together.
Yep. Absolutely.
Do you come down to the Candy Kitchen a lot? Or not the Candy Kitchen, but do you do the window walk? Is that part of your yearly thing?
I do. My daughter loves it.
Is she here?
She is. She actually just went to meet some friends.
Oh, I'd love to bring her in here.
I know. And she was afraid to go. She's like, Mom, I don't want to be on camera, so I'm going to go. So she's getting a little old for it, but she still likes walking around. And
Does it get kind of like, okay, I've heard it, because the number one thing you hear is like it's a spitting image. You two are twinsies.
She is my twin.
I mean,
Yes.
the it is like you. I'm sure your folks have done the old school picture comparison year to year, right? How can you not?
yeah, it's funny because people used to, she's so used to hearing it. She's always, people are like, oh my God, you look so much like your mother. So she finally kind of be smart ass. And she's like, but I'm the prettier one.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good comeback.
Yeah, well, she's got youth on her side, right?
Yep.
Did
absolutely.
you hit 43 yet?
No, June.
June. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So you're still holding on.
I am.
Your back is still half your front, right? You won't get that again until 63. Your back won't be half your front until you're 63 now, right? Because you're 42.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, what?
Yeah. You got to think about that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we even got a new Grinch. Oh. This
God,
is like the Grinch you get off of Wish.com, right? it's come over here, come over here, Wish.com Grinch, yeah. What? I don't know where I should politely touch this particular Grinch. You know, the normal Grinch is non-binary, so you don't really know. But anyway, the normal Grinch, yeah.
You can't say that.
You can't say normal Grinch.
You can't say that.
I don't even think you can say non-binary.
No,
but
you can't say that.
But you can say Merry Christmas. So yeah.
I mean, you know what? You're probably not supposed to say that.
Well, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it all night long.
Merry Christmas. We'll sing it.
So here we are, Stephanie. Window walk. By the way, does your Christmas story involve any window walk story, or not?
Oh, I don't remember doing this when I was little.
You want to hear something odd? I remember, and it's the oddest things that you remember. But I remember back when Thelma and George had this joint, there was a puppet show down here, and the puppets were performing Christmas songs.
Okay.
And I just remember the when they were playing Feliz Navidad, and the puppets were dancing around the Feliz Navidad at the Candy Kitchen.
Okay.
I wonder if anybody else is watching this and you remember that, and because I want to make sure I didn't make that up in some strange dream I had, but I'm pretty sure there was and it wasn't like a marionette puppet thing. It was like a hand puppet thing.
I don't remember. I have a terrible memory. Usually when people remind me of stuff, then I'm like, oh, yeah. But that doesn't ring a bell. So maybe you're making that up. I don't know.
Well, let's ring the memory bell here. Tell me a Stephanie Sugar Christmas story.
Okay. Like I said, I have a terrible memory, but I guess I don't really have one specific memory. Because there's things like, my mom told me when we were little, we went to Disney World one time for Christmas.
Did you really?
Did. And she, for me, I don't remember that. I was too small. I think I was like 5. But
Yeah, your brothers were old enough.
But she's like, oh yeah, we went to Disney World, and so we had stopped at my grandma's on the way, and I was all worried that Santa was not going to find me because I wasn't going to be at home.
Right.
And there was a baby doll that I wanted, and I guess I woke up on Christmas morning and I got this baby doll for Christmas, and I was so excited that Santa was able to find me. My mom said I talked about that forever. And then
How
of course
great.
we went down to Disney World, and then it was all about Disney World.
Yeah, because at that point, it's Disney World time.
Yep. No.
Wow, I don't remember that at all. We had to have been young, because if we would have been old enough to remember, or if I would have been old enough to realize you went, it would have been a talking point at
Yes,
school.
I know.
Because nobody went to Disney World,
No.
let alone at Christmas time.
Right. Yeah. Yep. No, and and the more I kind of thought about it, and I'm like, for me, it's kind of all the memories mixed together. I just always remember, you have your Christmas traditions, and we woke up in the morning, we opened presents with just our family, and then it was at noon, you better get your ass to Grandma Sugar's house, because she had dinner on the table, and you were there at noon.
Yeah.
We all ate together, and then we all opened our presents, and it was just, there was a bajillion people there, and can't remember the name of the guy, but I can't remember his name, but he always used to dress up as Santa.
Really?
And he would come to the Sugar family
Of
Christmas.
course, Sugarville had a real
Yep,
Santa
yep,
showing up.
We had Santa, and so we had Santa, and then every once in a while, we wanted to play with the cousins and stuff, and so Grandma would always have us girls spend the night and just spending time with family, and I love it that I can have that for Olivia now, because she loves just kind of keeping it going, keeping the traditions, and so.
This whole window walk thing was just what I needed to spray a little ether into the motor to get my Christmas engine going. I just feel like, and my daughter Charlotte will agree, since December 1st hit, we haven't really been hammering on the Christmas anvil, have we? We've just been kind of going through the motions. We got the tree up. Charlotte put the tree up. Charlotte decorated the tree with the lights. And we finally, yesterday, we had a quick 32 minutes to kill as a family. So we threw some lights in the front trees.
Yep.
And it's man, I feel like we need to do better, because my folks did way better. And it wasn't about the presents. It was about
Yeah.
There's that magic of Christmas that each parent, it's your job
Yeah.
to find that magic, and so I don't have a lot of time left, and we got to really hit it hard
Yeah.
here.
And I think that times have changed so much, and I think there does have to be that spark, whether that spark is putting up your tree or putting up your Christmas lights or something, because nowadays, with all this social media, you just go through the motions. Well, this person wants this for Christmas, and this is what we do here, and it just feels really just sometimes. So Olivia and I have been going to church a lot, and I think that's kind of sparked some of our Christmas spirit.
Good for you.
And she loves it, and she can't wait for Christmas service, because she loves singing and all the songs, and so we really look forward to that. So
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you're dragging your kids to church, because I'm dragging my kids to church, and I'll tell you what, even if they're only going for the donut afterwards right now,
Right.
We're going and we're doing the things, and it just feels like it's that little moment you get as a parent where you're like, okay, I know I'm screwing a lot of things up, but I think I got that little piece right
This
here.
is
If we
it.
can just
This
kind
is it.
of, yeah.
They'll appreciate it someday, because I appreciated it with my parents and my grandparents, and just little things too. Before we get together for a family dinner, we say a prayer, and you get older and you really start to appreciate that.
You do.
Just the little things.
You do, absolutely. I went out to lunch about 2 weeks ago with Mark Lucas.
Oh,
right,
Mark.
the Gov. Haven't seen the Mark. I haven't seen the Gov
Oh my God.
for a long time. He lives in Iowa City now.
Jeez. Okay.
He's built himself quite a fantastic career, and he's very much involved in the inner workings of Washington. Right?
Okay, yeah.
And it's right in his wheelhouse. But we got talking religion, and 3 days later, a rosary showed up in the mail.
Oh,
He sent me a rosary, and so now I've got my my Halo app on my phone, and I'm learning how to do the rosary because like I don't know how to pray the rosary, and so it's nice, and it just feels with all the noise in the world right now, all the noise. It's kind of nice to just
reflect.
Breathe that in.
Yeah.
Breathe that in for just a minute.
Yeah, well, good for Mark.
Yeah, good for Mark, and thank you, Mark. I mean, I've told him thank you privately, but I'll tell him thank you publicly now. So, Christmas morning, run me through what it's going to look like at you guys' place.
Well, ours kind of starts Christmas Eve because we have my husband's side of the family, and so the whole family gets together, and we have a steak dinner and
Fun.
all the all the cousins, everybody on his side, and it's so big, and you just kind of break off and do your own thing. But wake up Christmas morning, do our Christmas presents with our own kids. Normally, and then I've been hosting the Sugar Family Christmas, my brothers and
have you?
Mom
Oh,
and Dad.
great.
Yep. So this year we've been
Your
trying
brothers
to do,
ain't going to do it. You got to do it. You got to make sure it happens, right?
Well, I mean, I don't have to. Luckily, I don't have to cook everything. They kind of bring everything, but we like breakfast. So our tradition is we've been doing breakfast, even if it isn't at breakfast time.
Yeah.
And so we have different casseroles. We have pancakes. We have eggs. We have cinnamon rolls. We have the whole shebang. We do mimosas.
That's fun.
I just love it.
That's fun.
Yep.
And you know what? Your grandparents are with us tonight because my dad came in and told a Christmas story.
Okay.
And he brought in these little figurines that belonged to, well, it would be my great-grandmother.
Okay.
And he broke one of them when he was a kid, and they were the little individual angels that spelled Noel.
Okay.
So all we have left is Leo.
Oh.
He broke the N, and we had it set up. I'm like, well, we got to find a Leo that wants to buy this set right here. And so it's kind of interesting and somewhat Christmas magical that you brought up your grandparents and we spelled out Leo there. And so,
nice.
kind of nice. Yeah. Well, I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Are you going to do the window walk? I haven't been outside since it got dark. Is it kind of neat out?
We was kind of walking. We just got here, probably 10 minutes before I came in here. So we haven't really done much. We went to the train station, the depot. The depot. We did that, and we voted for our trees, our favorite trees.
Oh, great!
And then we got our cider, and that's pretty much all we've done so far.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. Look, the proprietor. Look at the proprietor. The Grinch, the Lynn Grinch is here. Yep. Boy, he's got that smile down, doesn't he? He's got it down.
Do you think he doesn't ever smile?
No,
he goes home and he's like a huge grump.
I'd smile every day if I was Lynn. Yeah. I mean, he's living a fun life. Why not?
Maybe in the shower he's like, time to be sad.
Well, I know, speaking of mini-me's, I know Holly's here because her mini-me is here. So, and I don't even think she still has to wait. We got to let me tell you who's next.
I'm okay with being done talking.
No, you're done because you know who I got next? I got Becky Allgood next.
Oh.
Is there a Becky Allgood here? I think Becky's here somewhere. We gotta find her. If not, well, listen, Stephanie. Merry Christmas.
You too.
Thank you for stopping in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and follow, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. So every time, because that's the first thing you want to see is my mean mug on your Facebook feed.
I watch all the interviews. I love watching them, and it's one of those things where I have no idea why because
I didn't know that story.
Nope, and I love watching them. It's so fun.
Have you treated yourself to the Jane Krameyer one yet?
Nope, I've watched every one.
Oh man,
Yeah.
When we started going down Dale Lane with Jane, that was so nice and so fun
Jane.
and so touching, and it was great. And that's that. After Jane came on, that's when I was like, okay. We got something here.
Yeah.
Because I knew I was interested, and I knew if I was interested, then everyone would be interested.
Yep.
Well, speak of the devil, and she will appear. Miss Wilton, Becky Allgood is up next. Hey, everybody, Stephanie, Sugar, Willie, Merry Christmas. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
And, enjoy the rest of the window walk.
Thanks.
All right.
You're up.
All right. Becky Allgood's coming in next. Oh, we got Keith Pearl here. He's a fan. He'll give me a thumb every once in a while. He'll give me a thumb. Becky, how are you?
I'm good.
All right, scoot in nice and close here. I'm going to get this. Santa left a piece of his beard on there earlier.
Okay.
Okay, and then I got to give you this here. I'm going to give you this wireless mic. I'm just going to clip that bad boy right there. Okay.
All right.
So get up nice and get up nice and cozy to the mic.
All right, I am.
There
Is
you
that
go.
Good?
So that how you're hearing yourself is how everyone else is going to hear you.
Okay.
So if you're clear back here, they're
They
just going to
can't.
hear a bunch of ambient noise.
All
If
right.
you're up here, now it's just you and I.
All right.
It's you and I and 15,500 other followers
I'm
right now watching
sure.
live. Now,
I am sure.
if we've got 2 or 3, I'm thrilled. You did the play.
Yes.
Tell me about your character. Who were you in the play?
I was the director, as always.
Oh.
I'm always a director, Joe.
Look at you.
You know that.
On the soft camera side.
Yeah. You got it, babe. I did the spotlight. That's a good thing. But we had a huge crowd. Saturday night we had over 120 people there.
Did you really?
Yeah, and today we had over 110.
Wow.
I mean, it's kind of like it was a big crowd.
That is fantastic.
And it was a fun, those plays, you've been in them. They're fun and funny.
They are.
And this one was, and it had a good message, and so we're done. But 40 years ago, when we started the window walk,
No way. The window walk's been going on for 40 years?
40 years. I started it when I was here at the chamber way back when I was a kid. I was only like 10 then.
Yeah, that's right. That's how the math is mathing right now.
That's
yeah.
how the math is mathing, yes. And we had, I was just, walking up and down the street, and we had Lossers. I mean, you had Duffy. You had all of these businesses in the downtown. And at the time I was doing the plays, we put all the playcasters in these windows, and they acted out stuff, and it was pretty cool. We did it.
Really?
We started the first one we did here and in Durant, so we had
It was a dual window walk?
It was a dual window walk, and you couldn't even get on the road. I know Richard Garrison and I tried to get from Wilton to Durant to
Wow.
see it. We did eventually get there and come around and come back, but it was pretty cool.
So the whole premise was you do the Wilton window walk, but then you got to go hit Durant, do that window walk.
Right.
So it was almost like a competition, I'm sure,
Well,
too, right?
I think they did it all together. It was really cool because they could just be in their cars in Durant because it's just the main street's just right down the highway.
Yeah.
And they did, and it was neat. It was neat.
And was that year one, or that was a couple years in after we got her going here?
That was year one.
Wow.
That was year one, and then we did. Yeah.
Was that the best window walk of all time?
It was a yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. There were some after that were really good, but you're right. I mean, it had all those actors and all those, windows. Or I would just pull family members and say, no, you got to be here. You got to dress up like this, and you're going to be in this window.
Yeah. So let me understand that. There's always a play around during the window walk, but you would take the cast members. Here, I'll reclip you here.
Sorry, guys.
No, that's okay. Here, I'm going to clip that.
I got a little warm.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You want to take your coat off?
No.
Okay. Actually, what I'm going to do here quick, because we're live and we can do this, and we can do it unapologetically.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Becky, this is my daughter, Charlotte.
Well, hi, Charlotte.
She is the apple of my eye. She's 11 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and when you talk about someone who is absolutely smart and feisty and tenacious.
Do you want to be in one of my plays?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I'd love to have you. Yes, I do.
You love this town.
It's my passion. I think, you're always accepted no matter what you do.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
I know.
I've tried to make everyone hate me, and there's still a couple people hanging on going, man, he's okay.
He's all right.
Yeah.
It could be a serial killer, I think. It would be all right.
Boy, I don't know.
I don't know, not that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is, and I, you see the downtown, it just goes through a lot of different changes.
Yeah.
And people drive now to get to bigger cities, but now they can just go online.
I'm going to make sure, I'm going to check our feed because I saw that we're not live anymore, so Casey just let me know, so she's watching from across the street. I'm going to come up here and